Great to welcome back to the show today. He's written another one of his great books about experiments and science and all that. And this one is called The Book of Massively Epic Engineering Disasters. Includes 33 thrilling experiments based on history's greatest blunders. And we're joined again by Sean Connolly, and he joined us by telephone. And Sean, good to talk with you again. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing very well. It's been great to hear you again.
Yeah, we had a chance, I think, twice before when you had the previous books come out, so we always look forward to the next one, and this one is as entertaining, maybe even more so, because it features some things that going way back in history, some engineering blunders. So kind of an interesting topic for you.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, indirectly I've covered a little bit of history as well as engineering and science along the way, but it's a chronological tour through historical disasters, you could say, from the Colossus of Rhodes collapsing up to the 21st century in a skyscraper in London that has a habit of burning holes in people's cars and things. Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. You just mentioned that one about the reflection of the sun right off the side of the building actually caused things to melt, right, or even in some cases catch fire. A very interesting blunder.
Exactly. Well, I think it's because London for many years had very few skyscrapers, nothing very tall, and then that was because of building restrictions, and they lifted those restrictions. And I think once that happened, it was like Pandora's box. They started building them with all sorts of funny shapes. There's one called the gherkin, because it looks like a pickle, and there's others that are conical. And in this particular one, it's curved, but not outward, concave, but inward. So yes, it's like a reflecting parabolic lens of a reflecting telescope, and it did just that. It reflected the light and concentrate of the sun, the energy, and concentrated in the wrong place downward on some of the passers-by, and people's dashboards started to melt. So yes, it was a bit of a mishap.
You would think maybe a building in Las Vegas would do that with all the heat in the desert. You wouldn't think it would happen in London, but it did.
Well, in fact, I think there is one in Las Vegas or Reno. It's certainly somewhere in Nevada that they've had problems like that. And I think, yes, the sunshine in London is probably less dangerous than that in the Southwest. So I think, yeah, but the principle is the same.
And that's called the infamous Fry, F-R-Y scraper, part of the book. And again, as you tell these stories about these engineering blunders, it's also a book of learning, because you give some experiments people can do, not just kids, but I guess parents and kids together, that kind of explain what happened, right, with the engineering mistake.
Well, that's exactly it. That's quite right. There's the description of the disaster. So it might be the Titanic, or it could be the Hindenburg, or in the case of the Boston molasses flood, that would be an explanation. And then what went wrong, give you an idea of some of the engineering that might be faulty, or the designs, and then turn the clock back to see if it sows the seeds of maybe how you, the reader, might have approached it differently now that you know what was up. And then one or two experiments to drive home the principle that lay at the base of it. So, and those experiments, they all tend to be with things that you find around the house, very easily reachable. Kitchen sink stuff, shed up in the attic, but you don't have to go off to specialist stores.
You mentioned the Boston molasses flood. I thought that was a strange one. Nobody would think molasses coming at you would be dangerous, but several people died, right, when that happened, or at least got injured, didn't they?
That's true, yes. In fact, I grew up in the area, and my father used to tell me, I knew about this flood from childhood, because my father told me that decades later, he could remember being in the 1940s, going into downtown Boston and smelling molasses. And so what's that all about? And people said, well, it's from the flood 28 years ago or whatever. But it's like, think about it. It's like creosote soaking into timber. It is a prolonged memory of that disaster. But you're right. The core of that is, how in the heck does molasses travel that fast? Yeah. And that's what I was trying to get at with the experiment that lies in the book. And it's a very simple and a little bit messy one with toothpaste that you can do. So that sheds a bit of light on it.
Yeah, just the pressure behind it caused it to to move that quickly. But yeah, it's a strange one. My mother lived in Boston for a while. I got to ask her about that, if she remembered that as a kid or heard about it or not, because I never heard of that. That was interesting. Another one which...
It was 1919.
Yeah, she was...
coming up to the 100th anniversary, so you start looking at newspapers in about 14 months. Yeah, I bet you'll start to see lots of stories.
I'll have to ask her, because she lived there, back in, I guess she was a child there, so yeah, maybe she heard about it or heard somebody tell about it. Interesting. The other one I thought was interesting...
I think so.
Go ahead.
No, the other one you found interesting?
I was going to say that the one I've seen video on or film on is the Tay Bridge, the one that kind of went back and forth, a suspension bridge. That's a scary video or scary film to see.
Yes, I think if you find out exactly how things that seem to be solid suddenly turn into what look like pieces of ribbon, really, and it's all to do with vibrations and the way in which things vibrate at a certain frequency. And one of the neat experiments there is to do with what they call dampening, and that's a way of slowing the extremes of the swings to reduce that sort of stress that would lead to the problem there. And if it's all to do with swinging, then the best way to learn about swings is to do it on a swing, so that you can do that experiment on a playground swing. So that's why I try to drive things into the here and now, and the easily found.
Well, when you do these books, and you've done so many of them now, Sean, how do you kind of come up with the experiments to kind of follow up, to explain the different things? Is that fun for you to kind of develop these experiments?
It is fun. Yeah, there is. I'll give away a trade secret here, in that I'm a writer rather than a scientist or an engineer, although I like to think that we're all a bit of everything, that we, the public, could be scientists with a bit of imagination. But I do have friends who are trained scientists, and every now and then I'll hit on an idea, and I'll kind of run it by people, put it that way. Would it work if we did this as an experiment? And then, I get some sort of approval or sometimes a thumbs down. So, but otherwise, there are some that I can kind of work out. And even now, my children, they've grown a bit since the first books I wrote, but they still enjoy, coming up with suggestions. So it's still a collaborative effort.
I don't know if you were a child when this show was on TV or not. I remember toward the tail end of it. Mr. Wizard, you're kind of the modern-day Mr. Wizard. He did experiments to kind of explain things that were happening.
That's nice. Yes, I certainly remember that, yes. And it's exactly the sort of, the sense of wonder you like to, you get it in kids, and you'd like to kind of capture it, really. So if they can, and sometimes rekindle it in their parents or, older people in the same family.
Right. Well, this is called The Book of Massively Epic Engineering Disasters, and again, it features 33 experiments based on history's greatest blunders, and we've been talking again with Sean Connolly. And again, Sean, give out your website. People can get more information about you and the book.
Right, okay. We can go either to the workman.com website, which is the publishers, because they've got a lot of stuff on both this book and the whole series, Genius at Work, as it's known collectively. Or you can find me on Facebook, which is facebook.com/Sean Connolly 007. And no points for working out how that came about.
That's right. Well, Sean, great talking to you again. I'm sure you got another one in the works, and when you do, please have the PR people get in contact with us. We'd love to have you back again. But in the meantime, get this one, Massively Epic Engineering Disasters. And Sean Connolly, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks very much, Doug. It's been a pleasure talking to you again.
I'm Stan Brock. 30 years ago, I formed Remote Area Medical to help people overseas. But then we found generations of families in America isolated by poverty from the health care they need. Together, we can take dental, vision, and medical help to 1 million adults and their kids, right here at home in the United States of America.
If you'd like to order the book we're talking about, please go to DougMilesMedia.com and enter the author's name in the Amazon search box. Thank you for listening. Please come back soon for more conversations here at DougMilesMedia.com.
This has been a presentation of Doug Miles Media, all rights reserved. You can listen to or download previous programs at iTunes, Stitcher.com, or DougMilesMedia.com.